Are you ready to rock and roll and get started? What have you been wanting to do and just can't get the ball rolling? What's holding you back? Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. My name is Rockin' Ron here from Mind and Body Mentorship, and I'm here with a question for you. Are you ready to rock and roll and get it started, whatever it is? But before we dive into that, a few things about me, please, if I may, so you know a bit about who I am and why I'm here. Let me first take this opportunity to start with that I am a certified life coach for mindfulness, and I do have an official certification from the Transformation Academy. On top of that, I've been blessed to have the best mentor in my life, next to my parents, of course, and this guy has taught me a ton about mindset, thought process, and so much more. And it's those years of teaching and experience that I can offer you or anyone as help to achieve your goals or even just help out with a situation. Of course, I'm not a doctor, and I'll never refer to myself as an expert because I always think there is plenty more to learn. But what I can tell you is that I am the guy that you want on your team when this stuff is hitting the fan, hands down. So I have many passions in life. My main focus here starts with mindset. I've always been really tuned into mindset, and it's actually something I've been trained to do, believe it or not. The mentor I spoke of earlier was teaching me mindset for a long time, and I didn't even realize it, and now I'm forever grateful. I was always tuned into what had to be done, but not the thought process behind it and playing it out 20 steps ahead and thinking it through. My point here is that you can train yourself to be mindful, and if you need help, there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, I encourage you to create a mastermind group of people you trust, your go-to peeps, right? That can help guide you through life, work, business, family, fitness, or whatever it is that you're doing. The second passion I have is fitness and health. Now, I'm personally more of an extremist with fitness, training in the gym, meal prepping, bodybuilding. It's become a lifestyle for me, and I feel that it's the key to a happy, healthy, and satisfying lifestyle, and also promotes longevity. I'll be crafting some cool podcasts in the near future on this subject. Now, being totally transparent here when I talk about bodybuilding, I'm 56 years old. I've been training in the gym for almost 40 years now. And I did compete once after I found a great coach who taught me a whole lot about food and how to manipulate it for bodybuilding. And that's a big shout out to IFBB Pro Nick Bono. Fantastic guy, fantastic coach. Anyway, I still follow that same basic meal plan today, and it still works out great. You know, me, I've got all but, 5 pounds of muscle on me, right? And, I'm not a super big guy. But my point is that I follow the lifestyle of bodybuilding. And I feel it's propelled me not only physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. It's become a cornerstone of my overall lifestyle, and I can't imagine living life any other way. And finally, I have an extreme passion for helping people. I get a tremendous amount of enjoyment from helping others succeed or helping them figure out a solution to a problem about whatever subject, as well as helping people sharpen their soul, meaning sharpen their mind, their thought process. To me, everything out there is a process. Everything is a mindset, and that's going to be a big focus here on this podcast. So let's get back to our main focus today. Are you ready to rock and roll? What is it that you've been wanting to do, maybe for a long time now, and just haven't taken that first step? What's holding you back? Let's break it down a bit here. What's your dream? What are you chasing? Is it a new business? Is it a career move? Might it be getting started in the gym or better eating? Maybe you have a negative issue going on and need to get the right advice. Sometimes all it takes is an unbiased opinion that may strike a nerve to help you get rolling. So let me say this. Sometimes you need to force yourself to take that first step. No matter how nervous you may be, no matter how much effort it may take, you have to start somewhere, sometime, and that sometime is now. Why? Do you want to look back at yourself the same time next year and say, hey, I wish I would have got started on that? If it's a negative issue that needs your attention, here's my thought process. Whatever happened, no matter how bad, if it's getting worse, stop the bleeding. You want to take immediate action and stop the bleeding. You have to make some change somewhere at some point in time. How long do you want it to go? Think about that, right? What's the alternative? Let it keep going? So look, one of my favorite sayings is that it is what it is, meaning it happened, whatever it is, right? And, get ticked off if you need to for 90 seconds, and then figure out what your next steps need to be. Let's take a deeper dive, now at what's holding you back. Is it the fear of success? The fear of failing? Heck, I've tried a number of businesses before the last one I did really kicked in. And again, a big shout out to my mentor there for the help with that. Is it someone's opinion of what you want to do or need to do? Let me ask you this. Does their opinion really even matter? Why let someone else's negative opinion of you become your reality? Heck no, move forward. Why do you even care what they think? Don't let anyone beat you down. I don't care who it is. You're your own person. You're in charge of yourself, no one else. Now let's apply some thought process to this. Whatever it is you're wanting to do, again, whether it be making a positive move forward or addressing a negative aspect of your life, business, family, or whatever, and listen closely, please. Plan, and plan again, right? Think through the proper steps that will be needed to move forward. How do you do that? Why do you, who do you know that you can trust? Who has gone through what you're going through now that you can maybe reach out to and ask about it? Most successful people would love to share their story of how they did it. Very rarely are you starting from scratch. Your situation is already out there. It's already happened to someone else. And I'm sure you've heard this one before. Success leaves clues. You have a library called the internet, and there is plenty out there to research and learn from. Learn how to network with people of a like mindset. And like I stated earlier, create a mastermind group of people that are your go-tos. And although that may take some time, it's worth its weight in gold in the end. I'll be crafting another future podcast on thought process with planning, which will go into a much deeper dive. And finally, just go. Just take that first step, even if you have to force yourself. Who's counting on you? Is it your family? Your parents? Your spouse? What about your kids? Is it a close friend or another loved one? Are they counting on you? Think of them when there is a hesitation, and instead let it become your inspiration. Let me say it again. Think of those loved ones who need you to do whatever it is. Think of them, and then when there's a hesitation, let them become your inspiration. Take that deep breath and believe in yourself and go. So what's my personal backstory here with, are you ready to rock and roll? Well, a while back I made a decision to launch this business, Mind and Body Mentorship, but I had a few things holding me back with my regular career, but also more importantly being the primary caretaker of my 88-year-old mother. Although I wanted to get rocking and a rolling, as I always say, I understood that she was the priority. I invested a ton of time to help her, and now she is in a much better living arrangement with a great independent living establishment, a place where she wanted to go, on her own decision, and she's enjoying it so much. So, of course, being that caretaker, I had to clean out the house, get it ready for sale, get her packed and moved in, and still take care of my regular career and family and the gym for myself, all at the same time. I took care of her for a solid year every day, ensuring that all of her needs were met. And let me say this, most importantly, that I would do it all over again if I had to for my mother. And you all need to do the same. It's an honor and a pleasure to take care of her, and that she's still here in my life. So what's my point with all this? There were some significant and real challenges to getting this business going. and they were real life things. But all is settled now, and I'm ready to rock and roll. And you see that that here now is my first podcast. So look, we all have stuff going on in our lives, and sometimes you need to prioritize and work through it so you can get the next thing to the next level, solve a problem or whatever it is. It really doesn't matter. Don't quit. Don't give up. Be the person that you want to be, that you need to be, and that you're capable of being. All right? Let me say that again. Be the person that you want to be, that you need to be, and that you're capable of being. It's just a mindset. It's just a decision, everyone. And when you need some help, you reach out and call someone. So believe me, there are plenty of people out there that are willing to help. All you need to do is make the right connection. So again, take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and go. That's a wrap for the first podcast here. I'm looking so forward to sharing more with everyone. If you like what you heard and you're comfortable with it, please hit a like, subscribe, and share it with others. I greatly appreciate you for it. Don't forget, if you need some help, don't hesitate to reach out and give me a shout at mbmentorship.com. And finally, remember this always. It's your choice and no one else's. Make it an awesome day. Thank you very much.